Howdy YouTube, and welcome back to War Thunder once again. Me, Rebster. And this is the second video, or I guess part 2 of my what I bought for the event, what I bought for the sales video thing, whatever. This video is going to be about the vehicle packs that I bought. Starting with this one here, the F5C. Now, I was going to buy the Harrier originally, and I still kind of want the Harrier. That's not the right one. Aviation, here we go. I still want the Harrier because it's a Harrier, and I've always liked the Harrier. But I was told the Harrier doesn't do well like it used to. I mean, it's 9.7. It has two AIM-9Gs, which are really good missiles. It's got a decent loadout of weapons it can carry. But it's not really a one-trick pony, but it's not a multi... It's... I don't know. I'm still going to get it, just not yet. And I didn't want the A10 because everybody's got the damn A10. And everyone's like, oh, A10, 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 A10. I don't want to play the A10 right now. I'll just wait till I get the one in the tech tree. I don't need this one. So instead, I bought this. And the F5 is quite an interesting jet. I mean, it doesn't have really good missiles. They're AIM-9Es, which are not terrible. Let's see. Thought I heard something weird. 2.5 Mach max speed, 10G overload. They have a pretty low overload. They're basically one step above AIM-9Bs, but they're still pretty good, and especially if you know how to use them right. Unfortunately, at 10.3, which is what this thing's battle rating actually is, in realistic, you'll see stuff that actually has lots of flares, and the flares will be, oh my gosh, yeah, not flares. The aircraft that have flares will be the ones that always give you trouble when using these missiles. But you have two really good 20mm cannons. The M39A2s are actually really good. Plus, this thing has got some maneuverability to it, and it's pretty survivable too. I've seen F5s take a missile and still make it back to base. Not sure how they do it, but they can. It also is armed. It also has countermeasures. It also can carry a good amount of ordnance. Look at this. Look at that. Napalm, 750-pound bombs, 1,000-pound bombs, 500-pound bombs, bullpups, 2,000-pound bombs, a whole bunch of 250s, Zunis, and Mighty Mouse rockets. And like I said, it's got the 20 mils with lots of stuff. Anyway, this thing will be fun. I haven't used it yet. I've been waiting for the right time to use it, so hopefully I'll be able to have some fun with this thing without being too much of a really crappy player, so hopefully I won't. My goal, yes, and I know this is going to sound kind of stupid. I don't know why I said it like that. Stupid. My goal is to get to the F-14. Now, I don't want to be an asshole and skip over all these aircraft just to get that. I want to unlock it, but then I'm going to go back and work on all these aircraft before actually flying it. I might fly it a little bit, but I want to work on all these aircraft, get them spaded before I start working on the F-14, because by the time I get there, we'll have another set of aircraft, higher power, battle rating, and stuff in the game. So, anyway. Oh, one other thing. I almost forgot about this. I also bought this. Let's see. Do I have a slot for it? Yes, I do, right there. This was another event vehicle that was released for... this was Operation Summer. That's right. Now, I decided not to go for this event. It was a Summer Quest. Yeah, I decided not to participate in this event because I just didn't feel like it. But I decided it was only $5, or I think it was like $4 or $5 in the marketplace. So when I bought the Davis, I also bought this, and this thing's actually pretty cool. It is armed with two Sidewinders, AIM-9Bs, but you can carry 4, or you can carry a bunch of rockets. Now, unlike the AF-5, this is not a premium vehicle, so I have to level it up myself. So I was planning on taking it into Assault Air Arcade and using it a bit, and try to shoot down some bombers and stuff, and try to level it up that way before I take it into realistic. But anyway, that's all I bought for the US. Let's move on to Germany. And for Germany, I bought the MiG-21 SPSK. Now, I know this thing is not great. This is basically a MiG-21 PFM, but with better missiles. Now, the MiG-21 PFM, of course, I already have that. and I've almost spaded it. Struggled. Oops, wrong button. I've struggled to spade it. They recently added this, but I wasn't done with it anyway, so it didn't make a difference. And this thing, even though it's at 9.3, you still don't really do very well. It's got two R3S missiles, which are basically sidewinders, A9B sidewinders. Only 200 rounds in your 23mm cannon. No countermeasures, and you have a pretty poor flight model compared to other MiG-21s. But it's still a MiG-21, and it is still fun to fly. Just only certain times. This one, however, is pretty much the same thing, except the difference is, unfortunately, if you want to carry the 23mm, you can't carry countermeasures. But you do get R60s, which are much better than the R3Ss. You can carry R3Ss if you want to, but screw those. You can also carry R13M1s, which are radar-guided missiles, but they're not great. The R60s are better. You can also carry R3Rs, which are the radar version of the R3Ss. You can carry 4 of those, and if you can fight aircraft that are very slow and not very maneuverable, then these things are much better because you get 4 shots versus 2. And you, of course, got some bombs and rockets and stuff too. Now, I know this isn't a perfect aircraft, but I've been told by several people that this actually is a pretty good choice. So, just got to be careful of how you fly it. And well, the MiG-21 has taught me. If the MiG-21 PFM has taught me anything, being careful in the MiG-21s is a very important thing. But anyway, that's the vehicle I bought for Germany. Now, I know you probably noticed the Su-25K. No, I didn't buy this for the event. I actually bought this earlier. And I bought it because I bought it for nostalgia purposes. Not because of the paint scheme. That's just the default one. No, I don't have any options. Oh yeah, standard. There we go. Never mind. I bought it because the last time I flew one of these things was in Battlefield... Oh, crap. Which one was it? Battlefield 2? I want to say it was Battlefield 2, and I had a hell of a fun time with it back then. Just bombing, bombing capture points, strafing ground targets, shooting tanks. I can't remember everything I've done with this thing back then, and I wanted to fly another one of these again because it was so much fun, and it is still fun. I was using it the same way everyone else was using it, as an asshole. Basically like this. 4 23mm cannon pods, plus the 30mm you got in the nose, and the 2 R60MKs. The R60MKs are all-aspect missiles, meaning they can lock on from any angle, whether somebody's flying straight at you or... all aspect is within 2 kilometers. So if somebody's flying straight at you and they're within 2 kilometers, you can lock on and fire. But anything else is 5 kilometers, so... Anyway, I was flying it like that to try to get used to it, but I got so freaking tired of people giving me shit for it. I'm sorry for cussing, but god damn it, I'm so freaking tired of that crap. Sitting there doing my... Just trying to... Actually, what I was originally doing was strafing ground targets. I wasn't actually going after aircraft. I was strafing ground targets, trying to get as many ground target kills as I can, and then somebody jumps me, and I managed to just barely outmaneuver them, and then they fly in front of me, and I hit them with an R60MK. Next thing I know, I got private messages popping up saying, "You're a fucking piece of shit, fuck you, you buy your money, blah, blah, blah." I'm like, fuck off, I didn't do that, you attacked me. I'm not going to go into details anything more, but that happened quite often, and I got sick of it, so I decided to stop flying it like this, and fly it like this. I'm going base hunting in this thing, and that's it. If somebody comes across me, I'll shoot at them with my R60MK, or my 23, or my 30mm, but I'm mostly going after bases, I don't care. Anyway, sorry, a little bit of a rant there, but I just wanted to justify why I bought this thing. Anyway, for Great Britain, I bought this. No, sorry. Hey, YouTube, just a quick post edit here. I actually did buy something else for Great Britain. I bought this. This is the Centurion Mark V AVRE. It has a 165mm cannon. Well, it's not really a cannon, it's like a howitzer on it. I don't know why I missed this. I looked right at it twice and I said, oh no, I didn't buy that. My mind was somewhere else that day. Bear with me here. Here's the information on what it is. It's going to be a lot of fun to use this thing when I have time to use it. But Anyway, back to the show. Anyway, I bought this vehicle. This is the Type 74G. It is probably one of the most useful sniping tanks in the game, is what I've been told by a couple people. This gun is powerful enough to punch through pretty much any armor all the way up to 11.0. Let me show you. Hold on. Nope. Realistic. There we go. Oh, it's also armed with a 50 cal. My terrible accuracy doesn't help matters, but anyway. Alright, so this guy, right through the front. Dead. I'll range find this guy. 541 meters. Dead. Range find this guy. 739 meters. Dead. Oh my god. Wow. That fireball. Let's see. There's the last one right there. Range find him. 1135 meters. A little to the right or left, I mean. Dead. I mean, do I need to say more? Now, this thing may be a sniping tank, but do not want to get shot in it. Oh my god, I forgot how loud that is outside. My ears. Oh my gosh. You may have been able to hear that on the reverb on my headset, my microphone. Wow, that was loud. Oh boy, that rattled my brain a little bit there. Anyway, this thing will be fun, but like I said, armor, it only has some in the turret. The rest of it, it ain't there. There ain't nothing there. But anyway, as long as I'm careful and use positioning to my advantage, I should be able to do pretty good with this thing. And this will also go very well with the plane I bought last year. This one here. The F-86 F-40 JASDF, or Japanese Air Self-Defense Force. It's armed with 2 AIM-9B sidewinders, but it also can carry 2 1,000-pound bombs or a bunch of rockets. Now, this is 8.3, the other thing's 9.0, so it's a little bit of a battle rating difference, but still be useful. But anyway. Now, I didn't buy anything for China this year. Well, for this event. I bought this last year, and this thing is still viable and very fun to fly. I also bought this last year. This thing is also very fun. But I bought this year. But this was not... I didn't buy this during the event. I bought this earlier in the year. This is probably one of the funnest helicopters I've ever flown in any video game. And it reminds me so much of the one from Battlefield 2. Which I believe it was probably with the same helicopter. This thing is armed with Blue Arrow air-to-ground missiles, but the downside to this thing is it only has 6 kilometers. These missiles can only be fired at 6 kilometers, which the stupid Roland 2s can shoot you from 7 kilometers, so that won't work. And even though you have flares, the Rolands don't give a damn about flares, they just run the missile right into you. But anyway. It doesn't have a gun, unfortunately, so that kind of sucks, but it's still a lot of fun to use, and I've had a blast flying this thing around. It's just got such maneuverability. You could just do barrel rolls if you wanted to. Still a lot of fun, but anyway. I didn't buy anything for Italy during the sale, but I did buy this thing as a pre-order pack because I thought it'd be freaking badass, and it really is pretty badass. Interestingly enough, it's armed with Beretta MG42/59 machine guns. Yes, those are Italian-made MG42s that were made in... Well, I don't know when they were made. I'm assuming 59 means 1959, but I could be wrong. A pretty damn cool vehicle, honestly. It's big. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was. But by being a big vehicle, it can move. Yeah, it can move pretty darn fast. I can't aim any higher. I got a hit. Anyway, its gun's pretty powerful too. Kind of similar to the one on the Japanese Type 74. Similar, but not the same. See what I mean? Similar, but not the same. Also, you can you can launch a little UAV. Sorry. I see an IS-3. See a T-80. Anyway, so I bought that earlier in the year too. So it's it's a pretty cool vehicle. I'm definitely looking forward to playing with it. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to buy anything aircraft related. I wanted so much to get the G55S, but I just didn't have enough gold at the time. I ran out of gold buying all those other vehicles I bought, so that kind of sucks. And you already know about the AMX-30, but I don't have anything else for France right now. And Sweden, Israel, I did buy... Oh, I forgot to mention that. Israel, I actually bought two more things. Actually, I bought three... Never mind. I forgot to mention I bought this in the last video. I forgot to mention this. I bought this for gold. Pretty decent, well, no, it's not decent, actually. It's really poor. The F-84Fs are really crappy, and unfortunately, it's not really their fault. It's just the position they're at in game just makes them a really bad aircraft. They're slow, they can't maneuver, they can't climb, they can drop bombs, and they can strafe ground targets, but once they get jumped by an enemy plane, you're dead. You can't outmaneuver it. You can't hope to outrun it. You gotta hope that either a teammate will come save you before they shoot you down, or the enemy will show pity on you, which that doesn't ever happen. But anyway, this thing will be fun to use in ground RB, because of its ordnance loadout, napalm, 2,000-pound bombs, 1,000-pound bombs, rockets, blah blah blah. But in air RB, I do not want to fly this thing, because it'll just get one shot. I mean, you might be able to get in. It does get an air spawn since it's a strike aircraft, so you might get a chance to destroy one base with these 4 napalm bombs, but after that, you better haul ass back to the airfield, because you're going to get jumped by other jets. Now, I did buy this, and I should have bought this instead of the F-84, but I wasn't thinking. This is the A4E Skyhawk. Now, this is the Israeli-used one, so it's slightly different. I think they made the tail a little bit longer or something like that, and this vertical stabilizer is taller. I forget. Something else they've done with this thing. Anyway, this little fun... Oops. Ah, dang it all. Sorry, I hate when I do that. This little fun aircraft has quite a loadout, too. It can carry 2 AIM-9B Sidewinders, but it can also carry several 1,000-pound bombs, several 500-pound bombs, napalm bombs, 750-pound bombs, a single 2,000-pound guided bomb, which is actually a lot of fun to use, 2 walleye guided bombs, single 2,000-pound bomb, bunch of smaller bombs, bunch of rocket pods, and 23mm cannon pods, which you see I'm running that right now. This is actually a lot of fun because nobody expects this thing to be carrying these, and they flying at you head on, you just go BERT, and they're all dead. Anyway, this thing will be fun for ground RB and air RB because you can ground pound pretty well, and it's not terrible at maneuverable, but it's not terrible at maneuvering, but it's not great either. The last vehicle I bought was this here. This is the M51W Super Sherman. Now, unlike the Tech Tree version, which has the rounded Sherman hull and no 50 caliber machine gun, it has the square Sherman hull with the 50 caliber machine gun. Same cannon, just a 50 cal and different hull. I think everything else about it's pretty much the same. It fires a 105mm heat shell, and from what I've seen, I've seen this thing in action. From what I've seen, this heat shell is very temperamental. It'll either kill something or it'll just maim it. It's nothing in between. Or, well, whatever. Anyway, this thing's going to be interesting to use because you start off at 6.0 in the Israeli tech tree. Ground forces, I mean, and that's going to be interesting because the next vehicle I can use is the AMX-13 at 6.7, which is going to make me fight 7.7s. And these two tanks, they can fight them, but they ain't going to do very well. Because, as you can see, 7.7, some vehicles have explosive reactive armor, which negates the usefulness of heat. So, yeah. I mean, yeah, I'll have this, but I think it also fires... It fires a solid shot. Okay, so it's not the one I'm thinking of. Oh, it's the AMX-13. I'm sorry, I thought it was the AMX-9. Oh, there it is. The AML-90. This fires a heat fin stabilized shell, so that's going to be a lot of good. But anyway, once you get the Magok and the shot, at least you'll have better ammunition. Solid shot. I think, yep, APCR. And, yeah, anyway. So, anyway, I'm going to try to make this video short. My throat's drying out, so I've been talking too much. Tried to make this this video pretty short, so hope you don't mind if I went a little longer than I anticipated. As I said before, I'm terrible aiming, so I can't really help that. See, that time I killed it. Let's range find this one right quick. See, I maimed it, but I didn't kill it. That time I killed it because I blew up his fuel. Keep in mind, my reload and my range finding timer is very low because I don't have any crew points in this slot. And that time I killed it. That time I mained it. Now I hit him right in the lower plate, so that's not really, I kind of expected that. There's a kill. But the time it takes for me to reload and fire a second shot is most of the time they're going to shoot me back and kill me, because this is a Sherman, which has no armor whatsoever. Distance 800. Let's raise it just a little bit right about there, and 800. Wait a minute, that can't be right. That can't be right. What the hell? Let's try that again. Measuring range. There's no way that's 800. Oh, I know why. That's at least 1100. There we go. Yeah, 800 is as far as my rangefinder goes. So anything beyond that, it has trouble, so. Well, I don't expect to be fighting 11.0 tanks with this thing, so. I know some people take them up that high, which you can't use them, but I don't expect to be fighting them when I first start. But anyway. Alright, that's enough piddling around. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is the future. What I plan on doing. Now, I bought all these vehicles because I plan on playing this game a lot more than I have in the past. I really want to finish my US tech tree. I want to get the aircraft that I would want to get for a long time. The Phantoms, the F-100, the first Harrier, now the first 810, the Crusaders, the Corsairs. I want to get these aircraft. I mean, they finally added them to the game, and I've been hesitant to really play because I'm not very good at higher tiers. Give me World War II, I can do pretty decent. A little, even after World War II, Korean War, I can do okay. But anything jet era, I'm pretty poor at. And I think it's because I'm too slow. I think too slowly. Like, oh, is that an enemy over there? I think it is. Let me see if I can just look at... Oh, I'm dead. Pretty much like that. Same goes for tanks. Tanks are kind of the same aspect. I mean, World War II tanks, no problem. Post-World War II tanks, not too bad. Korean War era, not too bad. You get me into Cold War era, yeah, that's kind of a problem. Don't have a problem with ships. Ships, you just shoot at them until they die. That's pretty much all there is to it. But aircraft are very different, so are tanks. Anyway, I want to play more. I want to get better at the game. So, that's what I plan on doing. And I also plan on streaming, too. And I don't know when I'm going to start streaming, but I'm hopefully either after Christmas of this year or maybe February, something like that next year. Maybe even sooner. Depends on when I can get my second PC up and running. I have two PCs. One of them I make a dedicated streaming PC, and the other one's going to be my gaming PC. So that's my plan anyway. So more videos on War Thunder, more streams, well, streams on War Thunder in general. And there's other games I want to play too. I have other games I want to go back to. Star Trek Online, 7 Days to Die. I even have a couple other games I bought recently, VR related, I want to play. There's also a couple other games that are coming out for VR I want to get soon too. So yeah, I've got a list of things I want to do. And I know I said this last time in the last update video, but I really do plan on doing more soon. So anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully I can get some gameplay videos out soon, so I get a little more comfortable flying these planes, and we can go from there. So, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. If you didn't enjoy the video, you still know what to do. Either way, thanks for watching.